Well, hello, my friends, and welcome back into another episode of Farm Simulator 25. And we, of course, are up in Scotland on the Kinlaig map, and we are playing on the PS5 today, as we do every day, because it's the only gaming system I have. And like that. But what are we up to? Well, as you see, it is February, so we are going to get our cotton back in the ground. And like that, because, it's a shake your money maker kind of crop, ain't it? But while we're doing that, of course, spring has sprung, the grass is riz. I wonder where my zigzags is. Little 420 humor there. But no, the fields now, of course, are all ready for rock picking and fertilizing and cultivating and all that. So all the, the prep work that goes into getting ready for the seeding type of thing. So that's what we're kind of playing at, getting busy with it. Also, I want to have a look up at the sawmill and get things rocking there a little bit today. We still need timbers, of course, for the castle build and whatnot. And I also need a place to put a lime factory, or at the very least a stone crusher. Ooh, parking by Braille? Oops. Yeah. So, one goes hand in hand with the other. As I can clear the trees out and mulch out all the stumps and whatnot, we can create a space where I can actually have a lime factory on the farm. And that will save a lot of messing and mucking around or having to buy the lime. Because, I've got the rocks here all the time from, plowing the fields. So, yeah, seems like a logical next step for us anyway. And, yeah, the castle, coming along as it is. As I say, it's, I had said in yesterday's video, it's a 63 step, but it's not. It's 65 step process to building that castle. As I say, I think it's like, it's over 2 years in game. I want to say like 2.5 years or whatever in game to build it. And then, of course, when we're done with that, we will have a look at maybe building this windmill, and then we will be able to use that as our grain mill type of thing, right? So that'll be cool. It'll become a production for us. Here we go. Just store the stones for later. Now, can we tuck you back in here without causing too much rigmarole? The arms are just slightly taller than the doorway, so you can get it in mostly out of the weather, but the antenna are sticking up. There we go. That's about as far as I want to push that, give or take. So yeah, I want to have a look-see right here in front of us. At that timber in there, and maybe opening up an area in there that we can use. I'm just going to put the winch on the back of the deer, because that's going to be better suited towards our purpose right now as far as hauling out of the bush and whatnot. It's got more horsepower than the case, and it's on tracks too, which I think is better for what we are doing. But yeah, what do you say we break out a chainsaw and have a little go at cutting down some timber here, and like that, keeping in mind that the tree always falls in the direction that the bottom of the saw is facing. So the bottom of the chainsaw is facing to my left, so the tree will fall to my left. And like that, and like that, and like that. But how are you guys? I hope this finds you well. I hope this finds you with love and balance in your life. As for us, same old, we're doing good. Mrs. Gildersleeves is just having, she's incapacitated at the moment. Lily's on her lap demanding some attention. So they're having a nice little cuddle. And that's what we call incapacitated. That's where you'd like to get up and do something, but you can't because there's a cat on your lap. So you're incapacitated. Yeah. New word for the week. Use it 4 times in a phrase and it's yours. Yeah. But no, we're doing good here. We're fine. The the temperatures come up just way back up. Um, we had a bit of a cold snap. Well, cold for us here on the island. The rest of Canada was, at one point, Ontario was labeled the coldest place on the planet. That was just last week. They had minus 42 in one area. I can't remember exactly, but there was talk of minus 50. So, yeah, yeah, crazy, crazy. Now, here on the island, we didn't see anything like that. We went down to about minus 6, which for us is cold, right? But and we hit minus 10 one night last week, but that was it. And then the next day it kind of started, it went up to like almost plus 4, I think, something like that, right? And then this morning, when I got up this morning, I was up and in the wee hours, and it was already plus 8 degrees Celsius, right? And that was before dawn. So back to the normal island weather, island living, island life. Like I say, we are protected here in the valley. We're lucky, way luckier than most. And up island, don't get me wrong, up island, they get snow and everything. They have proper winters the farther north up the island you go. But for the most part, here it's minus 3, plus 5, and just a buttload of rain. Huh? There we go. It's almost like we know what we were doing, eh? Like we've been here before. I'm liking this little kind of day log thing, It works for me. Not the big whole, let's get the rigmarole going and whatnot, and, got this for this and that machine for that. And, it's nice just chill, relax here on the farm, a little bit of hand logging, Yep, and yep, my kind of working, Hours of operation, from the time I start till the time I finish. And prices may vary depending on attitude. I don't mean mine. Yeah. Alrighty, now let's get a cable on you, get you all choked up, and get you over to that sawmill so we can start getting some timbers and stuff out to the castle. Okay, now we got you skip you past. There we go. A lot of times I get them hooked up on the stump. That's something we got to invest into. I think we're going to lease the lizard mulcher again, and that way we can get in here and clean the stumps out and whatnot, so we're not popping a track and getting hooked up or jamming the trees on on other trunks type of thing. There's nothing worse than skidding along and you don't see the stump, but the base of the butt of the tree here catches onto it and everything comes to a grinding freaking halt, snapping the cables and all that happy stuff. Don't you know? Just not cooperating. There we go. Do 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 do. Alrighty, now you are going again. Gimme, please. There we are. And like I say, with this area out in here, I don't know what else production-wise we can put on the farm. I mean, I'm sure there's lots of stuff I can play with or whatever. But I think the lime factory, in all honesty, that's going to be the best. Here I was thinking, okay, we're doing good. We got wood, man. This will take over 200, So, what is that, 250,000 liters it'll take? So, yeah, no worries. We're not going to fill it up today, I do not think. But as long as we get wood in there and get it running, that way we do get the timbers over there and like that, right? Get that side rocking and rolling. Speaking of rocking, we'll have to check in the quarry too and take some more blocks and stuff up to the castle later. I don't know if I'll put that on vid or if I'll just kind of, you've already seen me do it a number of times, so I might just do that off camera. But what do you say we get in here and get some serious work done? Okay then, there we go. Another poor job done well. Busy, busy, busy. Now, something I want to do is have a little look-see here. Okay, nothing in there. Now, what we want to do is come down to the forestry area. Mulchers, over on the left bottom corner. There we go. There she is, the lizard. Now, I could buy it outright. We got the money, but I think maybe we're just going to lease her for now, and let's just see where we go with this. Depending on how much logging and expansion and whatnot I'm going to do, depicts whether or not I actually need to own this, or can I just lease it a couple of times and call it a day, right? But yeah, I think that'll suit our purpose for the now. So we'll get this back over there. We'll just hire an NPC, do the whole set it and forget it thingy. Now, set destination, yes. And we're coming on over here. Over here. There we go. Now, yeah, up there by the sawmill should do just nicely. And we can have you facing, facing west. That'll do her. Yep, and yep. Okay, so that will make its way back over to the farm. In the meantime, and in between time, I'm going to get jiggy with it and get some work done till it gets here. Okay, once again, grab your coffee. See you in a short. There we go. So as we can see, there's a few stumps in there I missed. Got all kind of hid in the foliage, in the undercover, and like that and like that. But that's going to make a world of difference in there. And we're getting kind of sort. I'm going to take a few more out, like all these ones here and whatnot. I'm not sure how large I really need to go. And like that depends what I want to end up putting in here. It's like, do I need to maybe get a rock crusher and a lime factory, or do I just take the stone that I have from the fields and kind of go that route? I don't know. We'll see. We'll play with it. Like I say, I'm not married to any one idea just yet. But then anybody that knows me, it's all going. Oh, look, shiny. Oh yeah. Oh, squirrel. Oh, no, I'm sorry. What were we talking about? And that's how that goes, man. That's for sure. But yeah, I'm liking this. This is coming along all right. So we'll continue on doing this kind of sort of thing and getting this opened up and then like I say, we got to continue on with the castle, but it's springtime, so we're going to be busy in the fields for a wee little bit here over the next few months, depending on what crops and stuff between the wheat and the soybeans and all that happy stuff. But yeah, and then the other side of me is going, yeah, but this would be a really nice area for pigs because we don't have any pigs, man. Like I say, I do like my pigs. I've had one, I think, in pretty much every build I've done in Farm Sim, I've had pigs, man. But yeah, we'll see. Like I say, I'm not married to any one idea. Speaking of not being married to any one idea, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the offshore fish pens out there. I was thinking, well, at the beginning of this, I did say we'd buy the barge and, take it out and like that. So I'm thinking I at least owe you that for, at least one trip so we can see us go through the mechanics of and whatnot. So I think I will do that before selling it. We'll go through and we'll buy the barge and we'll go out and do the, put it onto store rather than to sell and stuff like that, and then we'll put them on the barge from the pens and ship them back into town and take them to the fish market and go through the process at least once and see how it goes. Because I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Especially with me piloting a barge. Oh my, yeah. But there you go, there you go. Alrighty. So we got a fair bit of wood in there. I mean, not full by any means, but we're starting to get some wood into the sawmill now. So that's going to be good. That'll keep rocking and rolling for a wee little bit. And like I say, we're going to open up that area more. But yeah, what do you say we just kind of keep on keeping on here and like that? Yeah, just a second here. And there we go. Okay, we still don't have a huge amount of wood in there, but we got enough to keep her rocking and rolling for the time being. So, thank you guys for the visit today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I do appreciate the company. I truly do. And like that and like that. But yeah, this will be, I think, the next expansion area. And as I say, I'm not sure how far we'll go along with it. I don't really want to clear cut the whole area or anything like that. That's not cool and groovous, man. But yeah, so it's coming along. And we're going to keep working at it here and whatnot, puttering around a wee little bit. But I do believe In between time now, I think we shall call this one here, my friends. I think I've tested your patience long enough for one day, and you've had time to sip on your coffee and, have a wee little smoke break, if you will, and whatnot. So, yeah. Yeah, there we go. So, looking not so bad then, eh? Okay, guys. Well, as always, love and light, eh? Brightest blessings, you guys. Now, you know what to do. Yeah, do me a solid, man. When you're done here, go tell somebody you love them, eh? Hey, 3 little words. And it's free. You'll feel good for saying it. They're going to feel good for hearing it. Okay, go be the rock stars you already are, and I will see you in the funny papers. Be good to each other.